Yeah, for sure. As long as we go back to the drawing board and I wanted to fight all of them.
Gervonta Davis destroyed Vasyl Lomachenko by declaring that the Ukrainian fighter is too old to compete against a younger opponent like himself. Displaying his usual confidence, Davis did not hesitate to assert how he plans to defeat Lomachenko in their upcoming match this November. If it were up to him, Davis would prefer the fight to happen sooner rather than later, as he is eager to knock out the boastful Lomachenko. Gervonta Davis recently unleashed a barrage of criticism towards Vasyl Lomachenko, asserting that Lomachenko's best days are behind him. According to Davis, Lomachenko might have been a formidable opponent 5 years ago, but now he is past his prime and not as threatening as he once was. Davis confidently proclaimed that a fight against Lomachenko would have been a genuine challenge during Lomachenko's peak years, but in the present day, he is certain of his victory. This sentiment isn't just held by Davis alone. It is echoed by several seasoned professionals within the boxing community. Prominent boxing analyst Teddy Atlas, for instance, has also commented on Lomachenko's decline. Atlas, known for his keen insights and experience in the sport, has observed that Lomachenko's skills, while still impressive, have inevitably waned with age. He believes that the Ukrainian fighter's reflexes and agility, which were once his greatest assets, are no longer at their sharpest. Atlas argues that this decline makes it difficult for Lomachenko to compete at the highest level against younger, more vigorous fighters like Davis.
Lomachenko, the version of him 5 years ago, but you can't do that. You can't turn the clock back. It hasn't been done yet.
So basically, Teddy Atlas is agreeing with Gervonta Davis. Atlas thinks that Lomachenko is not as good as he was before. This means many people believe that Davis will easily win the fight. They think it would only be a tough fight if Lomachenko was in his prime, but that's not the case now. Davis feels very confident about the match. He believes it is already in his favor, and that Lomachenko is sure to lose. Davis sees this fight as an easy win, and many experts seem to agree with him. They think Lomachenko is too old to pose a real challenge to the younger Davis. Davis takes great pride in his powerful punches, considering them his secret weapon against Lomachenko. What makes Davis truly remarkable, according to Teddy Atlas, is that he doesn't just rely on his power alone. Instead, he combines his strength with smart strategies to become an even more dangerous opponent. Davis's power is undeniable, and it has helped him win many fights. He knows that his strong punches can quickly turn the tide of any match. However, he also understands that power alone isn't enough to guarantee victory, especially against a skilled boxer like Lomachenko. So, Davis works hard to develop clever plans and tactics to use in the ring. By doing this, he ensures that he is always prepared and has multiple ways to win a fight.
Tank Davis comes along, and he starts developing, and he is superb, but he's superb with power. But with everything else too, with the technique, with making you miss, with being able to press you, with being able to counterpunch, with his IQ.
I mean, let's all face it, guys. When someone like Teddy Atlas makes a prediction, it's usually pretty accurate. The guy has been in the boxing world for a long time and has seen what real power looks like. He can tell just by looking at a fighter if they're going to win or lose a match. Sure, he might not be right every single time, but his intuition is usually spot on. Atlas has spent years watching fights, training boxers, and analyzing matches. His experience gives him a special insight into the sport. When he talks about a fighter's strengths and weaknesses, people listen because he knows what he's talking about. He has a keen eye for spotting talent and predicting outcomes.
Yeah, he could, and with his ability to box and to do all the things he does with his tremendous technique and IQ and everything else, yeah, he probably could.
Now, it seems that Gervonta Davis has really put Lomachenko in a tough spot. After Davis, who is from Baltimore, insulted his Ukrainian opponent, many boxing analysts started reviewing Lomachenko's past fights. These analysts pointed out that Lomachenko's moves have become predictable. This predictability could give Davis a big advantage in their upcoming fight.
I showed you guys that Lomachenko, he has a telltale. He does 2 dips and then he goes after you, or he dips once to the right.
Now, how could someone as great as Lomachenko have patterns when fighting? Isn't it that when you fight, you should be unpredictable? Why does someone who is known for being great not seem to offer versatility in the ring at all? Lomachenko, often hailed as one of the best boxers of his generation, has shown incredible skill and technique throughout his career. He has a remarkable ability to read his opponents and execute precise movements. However, recent analyses suggest that his fighting style has become somewhat predictable. Lomachenko's greatness lies in his exceptional footwork, speed, and accuracy. He has dominated many of his opponents with these skills, making him a formidable force in the ring. But even the best fighters can fall into patterns, especially if they rely heavily on specific techniques that have brought them success in the past. Over time, opponents and analysts can study these patterns and find ways to counter them. But does Lomachenko have a chance against someone like Davis? Absolutely. We shouldn't dismiss the possibility that he could win this match. In fact, he might even knock Davis out cold. Lomachenko is a very skilled and experienced fighter, and he's had a lot of success in his career. However, he has had some difficulties when facing fighters who are stronger than him. One good example of this is his fight against Devin Haney. Lomachenko clearly struggled in that match. Anyone who says otherwise is either not paying attention or doesn't understand boxing very well. Haney's strength and power pose a significant challenge for Lomachenko, making it hard for him to dominate as he usually does. Lomachenko's struggles against stronger opponents are a known issue. While he has excellent technique, speed, and footwork, these strengths sometimes aren't enough to overcome the raw power of fighters like Davis. Davis, known as Tank, has a reputation for his knockout power. This means that Lomachenko will need to be especially careful and strategic to avoid getting caught by one of Davis's powerful punches.
Lomachenko has issues with. Who does he struggle with? The type of fighters he struggled with. Fighters who are far bigger than him. All right, usually, like Devin the American Dream Haney, that was a close fight. Though I think Lomachenko got robbed. It was a close fight, 7-5, 8-4.
If you think that's all, you're wrong. Tim Bradley, another famous boxer, has also shared his opinion. Bradley, who is now a boxing analyst, has been talking about the possible fight between Gervonta Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko. Bradley knows a lot about boxing, both from his time in the ring and now as an analyst. Bradley talked about Davis's powerful uppercut, a punch that Davis is well known for. He said that this punch was bound to catch up to Frank Martin in their fight. Bradley believes that the same uppercut could be a big problem for Lomachenko. He thinks that Davis's uppercut is so strong and quick that it could really hurt Lomachenko if it lands. Bradley explained why this punch is so dangerous. He mentioned that Davis has perfected his uppercut over many fights. Davis knows exactly when to throw it to catch his opponents off guard. Bradley thinks that if Davis can find the right moment to use his uppercut against Lomachenko, it could end the fight or at least give Davis a huge advantage. Tendencies. Every fighter have tendencies, man. They make certain moves. They do it constantly. I saw it during the film study. I saw Martin always dropping. He'll change levels. He'll drop down low, almost like a wrestler. He gets in that wrestler stance. He's used to that. He was an all-state wrestler, if you didn't know that. And to add to that, Bradley emphasized that Davis is like a 24/7 CCTV surveillance. That's quite something, isn't it? It shows Davis's immense dedication and passion for the sport. Bradley pointed out that if Davis has studied videos of his previous opponents extensively, he wouldn't approach facing Lomachenko any differently. Tank is smarter than a lot of people give him credit for. That boxer is smart, and he watches everything. Like, you don't think he is watching? He watches your videos. You don't think he's watching Lomachenko? He's been watching for years, and he feels he knows how to beat him, trust me. So what do you think about this? Do you believe Davis has what it takes to defeat someone as skilled as Lomachenko? Or will Lomachenko demonstrate his prowess and secure a victory in their upcoming November bout? Please share your thoughts down below.